Local news about local people. This is Newslink Indiana.
Hello and thank you for joining us at newslinkindiana.com for November 16th, 2005. I'm Abby Walton. Anderson police say they've brought a car theft ring to a screeching halt. Police arrested 30-year-old Sean Arnold, 34-year-old Danita Klinger, and 29-year-old Jamie Allender and charged them with receiving stolen property. Detectives say they saw the suspects leave a home in the 2600 block of Meridian Street. When they tried to stop the car, the suspects ran. A foot chase led to another home where one suspect was bitten by a police dog. A 27-year-old man was sentenced to 18 months of probation in Marion for spanking a child. Roger Anthony was found guilty of spanking a child and leaving bruises in January of 2003. Cade's attorney asked for a 2-year probation term, but the judge sided with the prosecutor. Navigation systems aren't just for motorists anymore. Farmers have put them to use for many years now, but recent advancements have helped make farming almost automatic. Newslink Indiana's Sarah McKenna shows us the hands-off approach.
The Global Positioning System, or GPS, has been used for years, and it's only been in the last 10 years it's been used in agriculture.
So we have very accurate records of everything that's put on to the very precise amount, exactly where in each field, and the time and date it was put on.
And while it costs about $7,000, what it means to a farmer is invaluable.
In the past, we would just say take random soil samples throughout the whole field. You come up with a lump average, say how much fertilizer it needs or how much lime it needs, and you go apply that amount on the whole field.
But with the use of GPS, farmers are now able to record exactly where the samples came from and put more precise fertilizer down. And that's not the only advancement.
But just in the last couple of years, they've taken that one step further. Since the GPS knows where you are and knows where you need to go, they've plumbed that into the hydraulics on the machines, and now they can steer themselves.
And it's very accurate, within 12 inches. So accurate, in fact, it sometimes surprises even the most experienced farmers.
Sometimes the fields go, they're not rectangular, and if you're spraying at an angle to the rows, your eyeball wants to make you go one way with the auto steer. Whenever I question it, the auto steer is always right.
And when it comes to crop, being on the mark can mean more money for farmers. In Muncie, Sarah McKenna, Newslink, Indiana.
The auto steer costs about $10,000, but farmers say it's worth the return they get from their fields. Customers in the Marion Shops retail complex will have plenty of pizza to go with their coffee. CiCi's Pizza will join Papa Murphy's and Starbucks Coffee in the developing complex. The Starbucks has been open for several months and Papa Murphy's is nearing completion. Blaine Ellis already owns a Papa Murphy's in Anderson and Muncie and says he likes what he's seen in Marion.
They always say location, 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 and we believe that that is an ideal location. I'm excited anytime I open a new store, but I'm excited about Marion because I think it's a great market.
The Papa Murphy's is scheduled to start business the first week of December, and CiCi should be open by February. Last night's active weather has given way to a much colder today, and as Newslink Indiana's Sarah McKenna explains, the extreme is actually the norm.
From pounding rain and warm temperatures to swirling cold winds and snowflakes, all in 24 hours.
We had a lot of rain. We had some streets flooding, usual street flooding sort of situation. We had about 50 scattered power outages, but other than that, we came through pretty good.
Wednesday's severe storms ripped through the state and was blamed for one death in southern Indiana. Areas to the north weathered the storm much better. Residents across East Central Indiana went to bed with there being spring-like conditions out last night. However, woke up this morning with winter. But this sort of extreme change isn't anything that unusual in the Midwest.
We are in the mid-latitudes, and if anything, variability is the norm in the mid-latitudes. We are in a zone on the Earth where you have competing air masses, so to speak, where you have warm air and cold air. When that comes together, you can have action.
The only action in the forecast now, however, winter-like weather, that's here to stay. In Muncie, Sarah McKenna, Newslink, Indiana.
And now here's Ina Segal with a look at tonight's forecast. Ina, we really have been having some weird weather. Last night we had storms and now snow.
Yeah, it came in the form of a strong cold front, and
like you said, some severe weather moved into our area. We certainly did see some active weather yesterday. In fact, 35 tornado reports in Indiana, Kentucky, Missouri, 118 wind reports, and 37 hail reports. And in Indiana alone, we saw 10 tornado reports, 1 death, and 13 injuries. However, we don't have to worry about the severe weather right now in our area. What we are worried about is the cold weather. Today we topped off at 45 degrees. However, we reached that high temperature at 12 a.m. tonight, and it slowly but surely cooled off today. Low temperature 30. Normals for this time of year at 51 and 33, so we're well below that average. You ask why? What happened to our November, warm November? It's due to a shift in the jet stream, bringing in colder air from the north and west of us, and this is what's going to give us our cooler temperatures heading throughout the next couple of weeks. You can see most of the northern tier of the United States is experiencing the cold weather. In fact, in North Dakota, they had, as early as yesterday, they had blizzard warnings, and Tennessee, Illinois, parts of Tennessee and Illinois saw some freeze warnings last night. There's that cold front that brought us the showers and thunderstorms that we saw yesterday. It's pushing off to the east, giving way to high pressure system and drying us out and giving us comfortable conditions for our Thursday. It's a move off close to us by 7 p.m. Thursday and giving us a comfortable Thursday. But what we have to worry about is this low pressure system out to the west of us. This is going to give us our next chance for rain moving into the beginning of the weekend into our weekend. But for tonight, what we have to consider is the cold, chilly air, cooler temperatures for tonight. We're calling for below freezing temperatures. Muncie 20, Indianapolis is at 23. Look out to the west of us, 20, 16, and 19. So the cooler air is on its way, and definitely winter weather is here. High temperatures for tomorrow are going to rebound a bit, but not much. We're calling for 33 in Muncie. Indianapolis is at 35, and Bloomington at 36 degrees. Your 5-day for tonight, low tonight 20. Windy conditions, gusts up to 30 miles per hour. Clouds are going to gradually clear, so we are going to see cooler temperatures. Snow is still in the forecast for tonight. Tomorrow, unseasonably cold temperatures, sunny and breezy. We should be at 50 degrees for this time of year, but we are calling for a high of 33 for tomorrow. Your 5-day forecast is shaping up like this. Thursday, on the overnight hours, 19 degrees, so this is our season's coldest. Friday, Saturday, high, Friday, 38. Saturday's we're looking at a high of 47. And Sunday will be our next chance for rain, snow. The cooler temperatures is signifying that winter weather is here, and it is winter weather preparedness week. So if you're stuck in your car, stay with your car. Start the engine and use the heater for about 10 minutes an hour. Leave the overhead running when the engine is running so you can be seen. So that cooler temperatures are signifying that winter is here, and it's time to get prepared.
Those are definitely good tips as people start to, get prepared for the winter season. Thanks, Ina.
Each day, abandoned and stray animals end up at area humane societies. But as Newslink Indiana's Colleen Borman reports, an increasing stream of animals is forcing local shelters to make unwanted decisions.
Among the hundreds of furry faces is one determined cat.
Perry? Perry's the man. He's a trooper.
A paraplegic, he's learned to walk and hopes to one day have a welcoming home.
He's a big fatty and he's a big lover and he needs to get out of here.
But right now, this is his home, a cramped cage. Like the hundreds of other animals at the Marion Humane Society. This shelter is meant to house 100 dogs and 40 cats. But recently, with the flow of animals, that is simply not the case. The second week of November, the Humane Society received 50 animals in just 2 days.
It is so stressful and hard out here.
And it's not just Marion. Overcrowding is a national problem that experts say can be prevented.
Well, the biggest thing that really can make a huge difference is having the animals spayed and neutered.
Humane Society President Kim Lane is one of many trying to help that cause locally through an ordinance.
With the ordinances, we are hoping to see a cutback on the amount of strays that are let loose.
For every person that spay and neuters an animal, you save at least 10 lives. Just by doing that, 10 lives that will not show up to this shelter, that will not be diseased, will not be neglected or abused.
Because with an abundance of abandoned animals, sometimes euthanasia is the only option.
Having to look in their eyes and knowing you're taking their life. Sorry.
And with Perry on the extremely urgent adoption list,
it's hoped he'll have a better fate. In Marion, Colleen Borman, Newslink, Indiana.
The Marion Humane Society offers a free spay and neuter clinic. For more information, visit our website. And that is Newslink Indiana. Join us for more information tomorrow right here at newslinkindiana.com.